What is up, guys? Jonas95 here, and today is a review of the 2019 or 20. This is my first review of 2020. This time we'll look at the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Ironhide. Now, this version Ironhide is made by Hasbro from 2019, and this is figure number 14. This little image of the Ironhide, so the window box, is from Transformer 1 from the first movie. On the other side, it's a little picture of Ironhide. So the Studio Series. And on the back, shows a little robot mode. Says 27 step. It shows scales, big screen inspired. And it's got a little bio. And it comes as close it to. And sadly, there's no. Oh, sorry. On the bio top, it says Ironhide dodged dimensional missiles and returns and fire the answer the calls protected in Mission City. Down here shows the figures available. There's Megatron from Revenge of Falling. There's Optimus Prime, also Revenge of Falling, which I did review him. Starscream, I cannot get him. I tried. It's made by Hasbro from 2019. So now, I already took it out of the box. I'm just looking through the surgery. Just like all the Transformers. It just falls. Hold on. Now, first up, he comes with through surgery. Which, just like all the Studio Series, comes with a display stand. With a very nice, cool artwork. You want to display this in, or rather just to throw away this. So that's about it. So here is Ironhide. Now he is introducing, here's from the 2007 Transformers, the first movie. He was later recruited from teaming up contact between Optimus Prime, alongside the Jazz and Ratchet. He is also a heavy weapons dealer. He was continuing the entire Viz. Unfortunately, until the Dark Moon film, if you had not seen the movie, unfortunately, he was murdered by Sentinel Prime. He was betrayed. He is actually a traitor when he was trying after his defeat of, but Sentinel refuses. He decides to throw him down and eventually kills him. And that's the end of the story for Ironhide. So here is Ironhide. He is based on the GMC black truck. I had no idea what kind of vehicle, what kind of GMC truck inspired by. Just I like the vehicle, looks nice. It's got a little Autobots logo. It's got a logo that says GMC. It's got a little printing that says 454 on the back, and it's got a little. Well, the problem is it's a little Autobots. There's no license plate at the back. It's unfortunate. Down here, it's got a little robot junks. It's got a little rolls here. Now, his weapons, it comes with, you can take it off, it's got little peg holes. Goes in and slung and connects with it. So, yeah. Ironhide comes with two different weapons. Looks like a triple cannon missiles. Looks nice with detail. I think they did a good job. Looks detailed. It's just a silver with the gray plastic. And it's got a little peg. So that, as a word, cannon looks more like some kind of proton cannons. So that's about a show of surgery. Let's get into a robot mode. This is going to be really tough. It's going to be tricky. Let's see. And let's start. Open his little snap door. Just very careful you don't get snapped. Now, first thing to do is unpeg his door. next to it. You can see there's Ironhide's head. Let's start opening his start connect. You can see there's Ironhide's head. On the other hand, do is actually saying. It doesn't. Also, point out, you can see there's a. I'm gonna take it. It's a little hard to see. I had no idea. This. I'm gonna start unconnect his tag. There's a little forces that start bending his wheels. Let's do the same. Okay, let's. And I'm supposed to right. So rotate. Sorry about my throat. Start connect. Sorry, I'll connect to this. You see there's Ironhide's head. I'll connect. What's so also forgot to connect with. Now use the poles to connect. So that's about it. So here we have Ironhide in his robot mode. I think this figure looks a lot better compared to the 2007, the vintage Ironhide figure from the movie toy line back in 2007. Its arm looks too small. The weapon is too big.
Good night, Mr. J.
Good night. Yeah. Sorry about that. This. And also I didn't show you. You suppose. I think I'm correct. That won't say connect. I think he did a good job. He looks pretty accurate. He's about a 6 inches. Now for a little size comparison. Unfortunately, I don't have Studio Series Bowling from the first movie. Here's next to Bowling. You can see is how tall this smaller is. Here is the next to Jazz. And here is next to Optimus Prime. You can see he's a little bit bigger, but our Optimus is a little bit taller. Like he did from the movie. And bulky is. Now for surgery, as I said before, you could put a connect this little peg holes. To put fit to his cannon. His cannon. Trying to get it. That's a little tight. Come on. Oh, there we go. So yeah. He's getting ready to shoot it now. The only downside me is his little. The only problem is the downside me. His chest door is supposed now. Now you would suppose to be just connect. Try with the chest is hollow. Let's take a look at this head sculpt. Take a look at this head sculpt. I think they did a job how they did account from the movie. There are a lot of Miss Arrow things, but his eyes are pink blue eyes. He's got big eyes. Another thing that when you look at the box, the prototype, look at the prototype, you can very see it's kind of hard to see. It's got tiny blue eyes. And then they came out, they did not paint, they just put the pink blue big eyes. That's kind of weird. Also, his knee is kind of a little loose. In case. And speaking of loose, here, articulation for ironhide, his head can rotate around for 60 degrees. It can't left or right because it's handled by a big shoulder pad panel. It does go up and down that much. It can't go up and down because it's handled by its joints. Its arms goes up and down, goes in and out that much. It can't go in and out because it's handled by its shoulder pads. There's no biceps, unfortunately. He does have bend in the elbow, agreed. He does have swivel wrists can rotate. His wrists can rotate 360 degrees. Unfortunately, there's no waist articulation. That's unfortunately. His leg is forwards and back. He goes in and out that much. He has a thigh swivel, bend in the knee, and his ankle forwards and back because of hidden transformations. So that's about Ironhide. This is probably the best looking figure. I never got the Masterpiece Ironhide, but we saw a picture. He looks very similar. He's kind of expensive. Unfortunately, I did not get him. I never got the Dark Moon's Ironhide, the Lear class. He's kind of too big. He has a little battle mask, because I do not like it. I say forget it. There was also the Revenge of Falling, the Deluxe class Ironhide. I did not get one. That looks kind of stupid. His body's too small, because I was like, forget it. I think this version Ironhide Studio Series probably the best one. So what do you guys think about the Studio Series Ironhide? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. Also, unfortunately, I don't have the Studio Series Ratchet. I couldn't find it, so I will try and find it. So anyway, so hopefully you enjoy this one. Sorry, I might tickle throat. Hopefully you enjoy this one. What do you guys thought? Let us know in the comments. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. So thanks for watching and goodbye.